So it's been a hot minute since I've done a publishing empire chat. So let's ride. I think we're like in day 12 or 13 of 100. And you're like, where did you go, Cassie? What have you been doing? Well, sitting on my butt. I have been kind of goofing off. I mean, I've done like the bare minimum to like keep things. I've mailed stuff and I'm staying on top of emails and stuff. But yeah, I just was kind of having like a little bit of a fallow period and I'm okay with that. Um I used to freak out when I would need a break. And basically, I would acknowledge that I needed a break and I would just keep pushing and pushing. But now I'm way more of a vibe person, which still feels incredibly hippie to me, but I'm trying to go with it because it's almost always right. So again, I'm like a high strategic if you do Becca Syme's Clifton Strengths for Writers. And so sometimes the point of being strategic is waiting a little bit until you see like your next strategy path. I find that happens a lot when I'm plotting, but also too sometimes I just need to wait. I've been very much a burst writer lately. So I think I need this deadline coming up into my face, which is a narration deadline coming up for me to get on the wagon and write my buns off. But yeah, I still feel like everything's happening okay though. My Kraken solo books, the $30 ones, are selling like hotcakes. I did email a local printer and my printer in China to get the specs for two more books that I want to do that for TBD, though. I'm not going to tell you which ones they are. And then I emailed and commissioned some more pieces of artwork. My favorite artist is booked out through August. So I was like, girl, get me on your calendar for like three more pieces. So now I have a thing. I was like, I don't even know what I'm going to have you do for me, but it's going to be August and December and February, and I will find something for you to art for me. So that's fun. And then I decided that electricity was going to come out 2 weeks from yesterday. I posted that up. It's live now. And I sent out the arcs for that, and that's exciting. It's a heavy book because it deals with the aftermath of an SA. And so I warned my ARC team. So I'm a little anxious because I'm not getting as many downloads as I'm used to from my ARC team, but I would way rather that my ARC team protect their own mental health. And I super gave them like all the trigger warnings in the world about the topics of this book. Yeah, because I never want people to be hurt by reading any of my books. Or surprised or anything, you know. I want everybody to like go into my books and get the experience that they want out of it. So I am hoping that they like it. It'll be interesting to see because that is a book that people have not seen. It's, you know, a young adult kind of thriller. People haven't really seen that from me before. So, yeah, so I'm anxious. Actually, though, I wasn't really anxious till I started telling you all about it. I was actually feeling pretty good up until that moment. Maybe I'm reaching some sort of strange nirvana where I just get to vibe and release books like it's no big deal. No, that will never happen. But a girl can dream. I'm terrifically late on doing my Facebook ads homework for my Facebook ads girl. Luckily, Ella doesn't watch these. So I'm like 3 weeks late because I was like sick and then I was like busy and had to do taxes. And then this week I've just been stubborn. I haven't been interested in doing it in the least. And I'm probably going to do it all tonight. And then we won't have any data to work off of by tomorrow morning. And it'll be a thing that I did to myself. It just is how it's going to be. And yeah, so that doesn't feel like amazing, but I'm also sometimes you just got to let the wheels fall off. I did think of one thing though. I had this one person email me and be like, "Hey, where's my book?" And they showed me their order, and it was like from February in TikTok Shop. And you know, if you have done anything with TikTok, you know they crawl up your colon anytime you begin to be late on something. And so my first instinct was to be like, you know, did you actually hit this button? You know, is this like a real order? But it turned out it has been in my collection thing. I totally printed their order, and but for whatever reason it didn't reach my printer and the order never went out, and TikTok didn't email me 12 million times. And luckily, um, my instinct was like, because I'm human, right? It was to be like, oh, they must be wrong. But this, and then I had this heavier thought about it afterwards because they weren't wrong. I've just been sitting on this for like almost a month, and TikTok hasn't been blaring at me, which is so strange. Um, so I'm fixing it. It went out yesterday, but you know, when people say the customer is always right, people oftentimes take that advice wrong. Like obviously customers use it to be pushy, and then people use it to like belittle their employees in front of customers or whatever, that sort of thing. And that's not cool. But if you take that statement on face value, like the customer is always right, and you think about it, if like 9 times out of 10 for any customer service issues that come up, if I just assume to give that person the benefit of the doubt, my life is so much better because I'm so used to being like high powered daily life as a nurse. I have to be right about everything. And I have to be right at volume about everything. Like you can't be an ICU nurse and be shy. And so I, my first instinct is not in the writing world, but sometimes at the hospital is all like, F you, this is what we're doing. Because I've been a nurse for a really long time. And yeah, and sometimes I can actually get away with telling my patients that because I can code switch real easy and I could be like, look, this is what's happening right now. Yeah, you are not right here. We are doing what I am telling you we're doing because I need to save your life or your loved one's life. So get out of the bleeping way, that sort of thing. So, so I have to concentrate when I do customer service for author stuff about being a chiller person. And anyway, so yeah, I've just, probably even like 49 times out of 50, if I sit there and I think about the customer is always right stuff, and they just generally are like things they I have screwed up, and maybe that's a function of how often I screw up at things. Maybe other people's ratios are different, but luckily everybody is really nice when they email me, and as long as I can swallow my I have to be right instinct and just be like, okay, they're probably right. Where is the truth here? Yes, this is a me thing. um, my life goes a lot easier and I don't out myself as being a jerk to anyone. So that's nice. Okay, so you get a thoughtful 8 minutes from me, and probably need to get back on the saddle in a big way tomorrow. And I'm going to try and do my Facebook ads homework tonight. We will see. What I have done is I've done a bunch of promo videos for my TikTok girl to run a channel that's going to be just about night shifted stuff. And so I'm excited about that because Night Shifted is a really fun book, and those were super fun videos to make. And maybe I'll show you how I make those videos in an upcoming post. But now I should probably let you go. Okay, thanks. Bye.